Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of July 18th, 2019 and July 25th, 2019.
I will motion to approve the minutes of July 18th and July 25th, 2019.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item A, proposal for professional engineering services and construction inspection services for the 169th Alley Drainage Improvement Project, Lawndale Street to 169th Street, west of Homan Avenue, with Nice Engineering, Inc., at a cost of $7,500.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So Nice Engineering helps us out with some drainage improvement projects, generally related to what we call French drains, where they just percolate. In this case, at 52 169th Street Alley, that situation won't work here. We need to tie the drain into the sewer system, the storm sewer system. This has been going on for quite some time. We have talked to Councilman Emerson. He's agreed to pay for this.
We have a green sheet
I
on
don't
it?
think we have it. No, it hasn't been yet approved. But he's aware of it. He's
Okay.
agreed to pay for it. And the improvement itself would come out of 4th District Council budget. We would recommend approval. This is an action that we'd like to try to get done this year because it's been an outstanding matter.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve subject to the funding approval by the councilman in the 4th District?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, agreement for design services in the multi-use trail from IHB Trail to the intersection of Hoffman Street to Torrance Avenue with First Group Engineering, Inc. at a cost of $37,234.69.
I do believe this is construction services.
I have a CE
Yes.
sticky note on it.
Yes, it's not technically design services. This is the phase 2 of the Mayor's Trail project that is being funded through the Sanitary District Consent Decree funds, the funds that the controller has set up for this budget. We've reviewed the contract. I believe it's gone through legal review. The budget would come from that source of funding, so we don't have a green sheet on it, and we would recommend your approval of this action.
So I know we passed one of these, I believe, last meeting.
For the construction.
The construction portion. Well, is this the construction? This is
That's CE, construction
Okay,
engineering,
okay.
right? The
So this is part of the
observation.
aggregate cost, and it won't exceed what they're
Correct.
dedicating to the fund? Okay.
Correct. They have 445 set aside for this. The construction project came in around 390. So we're fairly close to the budget.
Great. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the agreement.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item C, right-of-way permit form submitted for approval.
Engineers have reviewed this, and we would recommend your approval.
Can you give us a little bit of information as to who the company name is? It's a little difficult to read on here.
So I may have to refer this to Jonathan, but it was suggested that
ARBA?
we
Oh,
consolidate.
Area plumbing? Okay.
We consolidate our permit requests into one. This may be a single one, but you'll see from now on a consolidation of all of our street cut, road access permits.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the right-of-way permits.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item D,
Thank you.
Department General Order Number 1904 and 1905, submitted for approval and disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department. I ask Corporation Counsel if the mayor has reviewed these Department General Orders.
I discussed them with him, and he indicated that, based on our discussion, he was fine with them.
Okay.
There's also going to be one more coming next week, with Lieutenant Kellogg and Captain Long and others on. That's going to be 1906.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can you make sure I get a copy of those when they're signed? Thank you. Item E, rental registration hearing on property located at 6530 California Avenue. Is the property owner present?
Randall Hendricks, 6304 Kennedy Avenue, Hammond.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
How long have you owned this property, Mr. Hendricks?
The California,
Yes,
probably May of last year.
May of last year. The issue we're having, trying to find information on this is, did you buy this on land contract?
Yeah.
Okay. It hasn't been recorded, so we have the original owners, Rosa and Robert Cruz, still as the owner.
Yeah, I recorded it. Last time I
Sir,
recorded.
I'm sorry, can I ask
I
you to
did
speak
get
in
it
the microphone
recorded.
so for the record, that's all?
Push that down a little.
Oh,
There you go. Thank you.
I did get it recorded since then,
Do you know when?
a month ago,
About a month
and I
ago?
didn't bring
Okay.
it.
So we get our information through Manatron, which is the most up-to-date as far as ownership. I had this printout on August 7th, and it still shows Robert and Rosa Cruz
No,
as the owner.
well, the son went to get it recorded, and he gave me a copy, which I didn't
Okay.
bring.
We're going to need that copy,
Okay,
okay? Until then, if he says he owned it since last year, I'd rather have that recorded contract before we make a decision
Okay.
as to what he owes for rental.
Can I just
I think-
ask him,
Yes.
have you had somebody renting the house since that
probably
time
September.
of last year?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I-
sir, the recommendation of the code department today would be to wait until we have the information as to the recorded deed so that we can make a decision whether or not to impose the fine.
Okay.
So if you can get that information over to our code department,
Yeah.
we'll be able to take this matter up again.
Okay,
Okay, and then if the recommendation would be to the board to waive, I would ask that you just submit that in writing so he doesn't have to appear again. If there's some, disputed facts that we need to hear before the
Okay.
board, then we'll bring them back,
That's fine.
all right,
okay? Do I have a motion to set this over for status?
30 days, is 30 days enough?
yeah,
Okay.
I have it, so.
September 12th or 5th?
We'll be off on, oh, no, not the 12th. 12th.
A motion to set this over for status September 12th.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Item G, correspondence received from New Zion Temple, 926 Morris Street, requesting permission to close Tapper Avenue from Merrill Street to Morris Street for an outdoor festival from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 25th, 2019. Do I have that in writing? Oh, just skipped. Did I skip one? Oh, no, this is this one. Never mind. That was part of it. Wait a second. Did I skip F?
Yeah, we're doing this.
Oh,
Then we just went
I jumped ahead. All right, never mind, we'll go back to the letter F, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. When do you want to do those? 26th.
A motion to set this over for hearings on September 26th.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, item G, correspondence received from New Zion Temple, 926 Morris Street, requesting permission to close Tapper Avenue from Merrill Street to Morris Street for an outdoor festival from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, August 25th, 2019. Couldn't have been the short one to repeat, huh? Has anyone seen this yet?
I don't believe
Is this
so.
a regular one?
When's the date?
The 25th?
25th, so you
Couple
guys want to
weeks.
see it probably, right?
Yeah.
Are they requesting anything?
Just to block the street, so I'm assuming maybe barricades?
I'm guessing. I'll motion to send it to Public Works and PD.
It is annual, isn't it?
It is.
Might be. I'll motion to send the correspondence to the Public Works Department and the Police Department.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item H, correspondence received from Little Lou's Beauty and Barber College LLC requesting William Street between Lyman Avenue west to Holman Avenue be closed Saturday, August 10th, 2019, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for back-to-school bash.
Is this
We got
You
a
know,
lot of
Mr.
road closures already on.
If I could just make a quick comment to the board. So something in this regard came up at staff meeting this week, and the question was, you may recall there was like an issue at the park department that had to do with whether the police department knew about certain events, and they didn't want to they wanted to make sure that or the mayor's office wanted to make sure that the police department or the fire department wasn't surprised when events are going on. So, and the question was posed to me, do the police know about what's going on, like when stuff comes up at Board of Works? And I indicated between the Assistant Chief Margraf and Captain Long on the board, I thought that between the two of them, they usually indicate that they will go by or they'll check it out.
Typically, we'll refer it to those
determine-
departments if they're
Yeah.
requesting any kind of, closure or something like that.
So I just wanted to confirm that you all, the board, do some kind of follow-up to make sure that if police need to be present, that you talk to the organizers about that, or
or something like that.
Typically, the board is only going to refer this to like EMA, the police department,
Mm-hmm.
Public Works, if there's a request for something like a street closure, barricades,
Yep.
picnic tables. They're not necessarily following up as to whether or not they need like a police presence for something, if that is something that we maybe need to.
Well, yeah, so what happened at the park, at the issue with the park department was there was something in MLK Park and it ended up being with like 1,000 people. And the police department wasn't aware that the park department issued the permit. And then, all of a sudden there's 1,000 people in the park. There probably would have been a requirement to have a couple officers there with the organizers. So I think the only thing I'm raising today is just if that occurs here, that there's some follow-up between fire and police.
Absolutely.
And so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we, will- and typically,
seem
I
like
mean,
it's a
these
block
are,
party, but-
usually it's going to be on private property, and they just want us to block the street for the safety of maybe kids walking around. But if it's ever a request to utilize like a park space or a city space for the event itself, we will always send it to that department as well. As far as this one in particular is concerned, though, I believe we have quite a bit of Hammond Street closed already for Beatles Fest on that day. Is that going to create any issues, with the police or fire being able to get through?
Yeah, it's just.
It's not an issue?
It's a short block. so
Okay.
it's
And
Sorry, Madam President, don't forget, we also have
we have another event,
Village Walk that day, right?
and I
That's
believe
Saturday? That's this weekend?
The 10th?
Yeah.
there's that, and I believe we had another one that was closed either that morning or
You
the
go
day
down State
before.
Line to Warren. and
Warren,
Warren's-
come up, right.
It's past
They were
Williams.
just
You
doing
won't have to
Friday.
wait. You won't have to
They're
wait
just
till
doing
Williams.
Friday?
But that's not gonna, all these 6,000 people are not gonna interfere with their thing coming, they scatter all over, as we all know, so. When they're on their hour break at the park, they go everywhere. So I didn't want them to be a conflict of them, William Street's only, 2 blocks away,
You
right?
mean like walking into this event?
Right,
You're saying?
that's what I'm afraid of, sir.
I don't know how we can stop that.
I know,
Yeah.
just so we can make that public, so.
Are
We
we,
notify this group and let them know that that's
Yeah, I would,
ability?
yeah, that's a great opportunity, Captain, I would suggest that also.
So when you say they're stopping in the park, they're stopping in Harrison Park?
Yeah, they
For the
rest.
night or
No,
just for
they
a
rest
rest?
for an hour in Harrison Park, yeah. But their advance crew comes first, and then because they eat there also, so
Okay.
they're, yeah.
So after they're done eating, they could kind of wander over to this event.
Yeah, that's fine, it should, I just,
understand.
yeah.
which I mean is okay, I guess. It's not like. it's an
Yeah,
open
I
event.
agree,
I'm just a
Kevin,
little
but
concerned
just
about
to,
the okay
I
with
think
barricades.
you're right, though, we should at least, or let them know that there's something, a big event at the park for that hour, if that's all right with the board and law office.
Do you think we're gonna have enough, like, barricades supplied to be able to block off additional streets? I mean, this might be, we got a lot going
Well, I
on that
mean,
day.
this street here, you're only talking probably 4 barricades,
Yeah,
right?
it's not very
But it's
much.
already gonna be set up
Two
for
on
some,
each
like,
end.
other events, like, because I know, like, with Beatles Fest is Friday, Saturday.
Because I wouldn't want to have the residents that are having their block party be somehow, I mean, I don't think it should be inconvenienced because we have a bunch of people that are coming through town.
Well, it's not
And
a
it-
residential block party, it's a, like a
Yeah,
beauty
it's
school,
a
college.
barber shop.
Yeah, so they're doing the back to school, so I mean, I would assume that the public would be welcome.
Yeah,
that type
I
of
think
event.
so.
But my concern is that we have several other events going on in the city that have previously requested the barricades, and whether or not we're going to have
Enough barricades.
supply to add the extra
Well, I
blockage
would
here.
say, looking at what they're doing for Beatles Fest, they've got a lot of nice fencing that's been put up
Okay.
so far.
So maybe we approve this and just let the,
To add that, to that, Mr. Margraff, is that all of our equipment from the city of EMA Police Department is going to both of these events also, so we,
We're a little taxed
I agree with
weekend.
Heather about, how much more the street department has to provide that for this barricades.
As long as we're honest with this group and let them
Yeah.
know that we,
let them know.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay? Thank
Want
you.
to approve subject to giving them notification of, other events in the city, basically that day.
Okay, I'll motion to approve Little Lou's request with the knowledge that they will be made aware of the other events going on in the city on this day, right around the same time as their event.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item I, correspondence received from St. John the Baptist Catholic Parish and School requesting Lincoln Avenue between 119th Street and Benedict Avenue be closed Sunday, August 18th, 2019, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a back-to-school picnic. Anything going on that weekend? It's a concert, but that's Saturday.
That's Saturday, right?
I don't think we have too much then. All right. Wanna approve?
No, and actually, I think they've got a lot of their own barricades and stuff there anyway.
And actually, you know what, do we need to go back to agent, actually send that to,
I want to send it to,
Yeah.
like, police, public works, or do, I mean, we've got it here, we've talked about it enough.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'll go back.
okay.
If we may go back to item H, I would also like to tack into the motion that we would certainly send this correspondence to Public Works as well as the Police Department for their knowledge.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And back to item I, do we have a motion to approve and refer this to PD and Public Works as well?
A motion to approve with correspondence going to Public Works as well as PD.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item J, garage sale permit submitted for approval. Just quite a bit here.
This one here is August 10th and 11th.
Again, why are people waiting till last minute?
Wonderful.
Quite the aggregate. Item one. How you looking there, Mr. Long?
Mine are good.
I will motion to approve the garage sale permits.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from other board members.
There are two that I have. The first one being community worship at All Saints Church. They're asking this board for permission to use the parking lot of the Hammond Public Library.
That'd be, that request would have to go to the library.
It's for this weekend, isn't it?
It is for this weekend. They're looking for it for their overflow traffic, but
So maybe Lynn, maybe you could call them and just tell the priest there that, or whoever wrote the letter, that they need to go to the library because we don't control the library property.
I will motion for All Saints Parish to, the law office will coordinate with the library, or with Reverend Malagan, that he's going to have to address this issue with Hammond Library itself.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
And item number 2, this is an effort to bring neighbors together and foster good relations. They'd like to have a Sunday, September 8th, from 1 to 4 p.m., a gathering of sorts. Let's see, where are they going to be? Calumet River to Lawndale to Holman to State Line. No, it's going to be a neighborhood. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like a block party. Set for, again, with the date being September the 8th. So they are going to be requesting certain items from Public Works. So I will motion to approve the request, but Public Works and the Police Department being made aware of the request as well.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any other matters from other board members?
Mr. Long?
No.
Anything on your plate, sir? No?
Item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives. No? New business? Any old business? The meeting is open to the public.
Motion to adjourn the meeting?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.